Yo, top of the morning. Bracy Skills Clinics, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Keep this thing going. Um, it's crazy, man. For the past 2 weeks, every time I start off one of these videos, I've been, talking about the C19 and, how serious it is. And games are getting canceled now, postponed. I was supposed to go to like 2 or 3 games. Couldn't go because they got canceled. I knew about 3 games that were all canceled yesterday. I think 7 of the 8 Northern California JUCO games were canceled yesterday or something crazy. I'm like, it's giving me 2020 vibes right now, man. All these cancellations and postpones, but hopefully we get through it. Hopefully it's just something where everybody's catching it now and they should be good to go the rest of the year, hopefully. But who knows? What I can say is stay safe. And what's not being talked about enough, which should be, is stay on top of your own personal health. Yes, if you get the sticky icky, it's supposed to help. The science says it's supposed to help. But the proper nutrients, getting a good amount of sleep, exercising, getting a good dose of vegetables, fruits, drinking lots of water, staying hydrated, those are all proven to help the immune system. And I'd rather get into a situation where I can fight it off because, hey, you can't really avoid it. I think at this point, everybody has come in contact with it by now, especially over the past 2 years. So there is no such thing as avoiding it. I've said this before. But what I do hope is that everybody takes their health a little bit more serious as far as what they put in their bodies and how they hydrate and the sleep they get, things like that, because that's what's going to really, fight it off if you do catch it. I mean, like I said, they say the sticky icky supposed to do that, but I'm going to go with the law of the human body over something that's man-made. That's me personally, but whatever. Everybody does have the right to make their own decision. I'm not going to knock nobody for it, but, that's the approach I'm going with, taking care of my own immune system. But enough of that. We can go on and on about that. The last video I did were catered towards the elite players, quote unquote, players that are impact players and players who are on track to be in, all conference or may have won some all tournament awards during a couple tournaments during the preseason with their high schools. Now, I want to talk to those that are not playing. The ones that are not playing that much. The ones that may not get in all game. The ones that may get in a little bit this game and then not play the next game. The one that gets 10 to 12 minutes this next game and then only plays 2 minutes the next game. I'm talking to those. This video is for you guys. Okay? How to deal with lack of playing time. It is a very important thing in life and in sports. Okay, I'm going to use myself as an example. Like, you're not talking to someone who, played college ball and was just always the best player on their team. I wasn't always the best player on my teams. Okay, I'm gonna get that out there. Everybody that grew up with me know that. That's true. I never was always the best player on all my teams. I could play. I was amongst the top, but I wasn't the best player. And then there were also teams where I didn't play as much. My junior season, man, I never forget. We had a loaded roster my junior year at Vallejo High. Really good, solid group. We were loaded from 1 all the way down to 12. Like the 12th man on that team probably could have been a starter in today's high school game, for sure. Okay, we were loaded my junior season, and to make it even worse, we were loaded my junior season, and I had sprained my ankle within the first 2 games of my junior season. And so me spraining my ankle, I missed like a week and a half of practice, and I even missed like 2 games. Mind you, this is the beginning. So if you know sports, especially basketball, like If you're on a loaded roster and it's the beginning of the season, this is where coaches are trying to figure out who's going to be in the rotation, who's going to play, who we can roll with, what lineups will work, what lineups don't work. And I'm hurt. So the coaches is trying to figure all this out. I'm not even out there. I can't even practice. I can't even play. So after that, when I finally got healthy, I never was really able to crack the consistent rotation the entire season. I played. I had a couple decent breakout games, but it just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. You can blame it on the injury. You can say the team was loaded, whatever. But I'm saying this to tell y'all, like, I've been on both sides. I've been on the side where the team needs me to perform or else we're not going to do as well because I'm a starter. And I've been on the side where, man, I'm not even getting consistent playing time, consistent minutes. And one thing I could tell you about not getting playing time is you have to stay ready. You have to stay ready. And staying ready does not mean sitting on that bench and complaining and pouting because the coach chose to put somebody else in over you. That's not staying ready. Staying ready is you continuously getting up 500 to 1,000 shots knowing that you may not get that much playing time. You know how hard that is? You know how mentally tough you have to be to work out hard for an hour and a half, 2 hours, knowing that you may only get a minute or no minutes. Go to these pro games and you'll see what I'm talking about. But you have to stay ready because you never know what can happen. Somebody, God forbid, could get hurt. Injuries are a part of sports. Somebody could get in foul trouble. Or the coach may just say, you know what, the team is playing so dang bad. Let me just give this guy an opportunity because we can't get no worse than what we're already doing. And you got to be ready. You got to be ready. If you think that you deserve more playing time and the coach finally calls your name and you go out there and you turn it over and you're not ready, man, you have no right to talk about what the coach should or shouldn't be doing because he gave you an opportunity and you wasn't ready. So that's number one. You got to stay ready. You got to work out like they need you, like it's game 7. You got to stay ready. That's the first tip. The second tip of dealing with playing time, cut out all outside noise. I'm going to say it again. Cut out all outside noise. And I'm going to say this respectfully, including your family members. Your moms and dads and your aunties, they're all coming to the game to see you. They're out there to see Jimmy, that's in the starting lineup, averaging 20 points a game. They're out there to see so-and-so who come off the bench, 6 men. They're there to see you. And when they come to see you and you're not getting no playing time, the first thing that they're naturally going to do is, why are you ain't playing? What's up with the coach? Why are you not getting in? You got to cut out all outside noise, bro. Because the outside noise can get your mind all routed up. Like, yeah, you deserve to play. And now you're going against the coach. One thing that I never understood as a coach, if you are a player and you know you're not getting playing time, why would you piss the coach off? Obviously, they're not playing you, right? So, in reality, if they're already not playing you, that means they feel like they don't necessarily need you at all times to win this game, right? I mean, it sounds bad, but I'm saying if you're already not playing, you're already not getting no playing time, why would you piss the coach off by bickering and arguing and showing bad body language on the bench and this and that, but you want this man to play you? You know what that's like? I'm a firm believer in this. Like, I order, if I ever go to eat at a fast food restaurant, I'm not going to be an a-hole towards the people that's making my food because they're making my food. I see people all the time ordering food from the drive-thru. They calling people MFers and female dogs and this and this and this. You got the order wrong, this and this, F this place and blah, 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 blah. But you still going to take the food from them? You still going to take the food? Those same people that you cussed out is back there making your food. I wouldn't eat that, fam. You just cussed them out. I wouldn't eat that, fam. They making your food. I wouldn't eat that. It's the same thing. Why would you, if you want playing time from this person, you want playing time. You want this coach to play you and give you minutes. But you're being an a-hole towards that coach. I would never understand that. Ever. Ever. Like I said, coaches make mistakes. There's coaches out there that would, like, it won't even make sense why a certain kid is not playing. I've seen that before. But you can't go out there and act like you run the team. You sit there and you waste your turn, bro. And if you don't get a turn, you keep working. You got to control what you can control. What you can control is how many shots you get up, how many miles you run to stay in shape. Are you choosing to hit the weights? Are you watching film? Like, those are things that you can do. You can control on your own. You can do that every day. You can't control whether the coach is going to put you in the game. You can't control that. But if you can control the things that you can control and do it well, show good body language. Show good body language. Be a good teammate. Work on your craft. Stay in shape. Hit the weights. Be the first one to practice. Last one to leave. Those things, right? At least you can say, I gave it everything I had. So that's the main thing, is staying ready and cut out all outside noise, bro. Because the outside noise can make your situation a whole lot worse than what it actually is, because they're choosing to run their mouths and you feeding into it because that's big bruh, or that's pops, or that's moms, or that's G-moms, that's grandpa, that's cousin, that's so-and-so from down the block. Brought the whole neighborhood out to come see me, and I ain't getting no time. Like, you got to cut all that outside noise out, bro. This is a business out here. They don't care about what your mom and dad thinks. These coaches, they don't care about that. You got to be ready, and you got to cut out all outside noise, bro. That's real talk. And the last thing I'm going to end it with is this. The bench is not always a bad thing. The bench does build character if you allow it. The bench builds character if you allow it. Don't always take it so personal that you're on the bench or you're not starting. Figure out why you're not starting. Figure out why you're not playing. And don't just do it just to be an a-hole. Like, really find out and go back to the lab and work on those things. Be ready when your number's called, bro. There's a lot of greats that didn't get playing time at first, but they didn't quit. They kept working. Kobe had to sit behind. I know this is the NBA. I don't like really comparing NBA to high school, but I got to use this as an example because this is who everybody knows, right? Kobe, his rookie year, averaged like 7 points a game, 6 or 7 points a game his rookie year. Playing behind, Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones. You're 17, 18 years old. Kobe, we know you the future. You got to wait your turn, little bro. We got Eddie Jones here. We got Nick Van Exel here. We're a playoff team. We're trying to win a championship. You got to wait your turn. Did Kobe walk around and say, I want to get traded? I want to get traded to the Nets so I can go win, or so I can go get a lot of playing time? No, Kobe got better. Go look at Kobe's film from his rookie season when he had the low cut to his second and third year when he started to grow his hair out. Go look at his body. Go look at how much he was hitting the weights. Go look at his game. He was a scrawny kid his rookie year. Second, third year, he started putting that weight on. You could tell he was in the lab. And he just got better every single year, year after year, through the three-peat years. You notice even in the three-peat from 2000 to 2002, he got better every year. But guess what? Him riding the bench that rookie year gave him the extra push. Do y'all feel what I'm saying? It gave him the extra push to go out and work on your game. You got all these vets with you. He wasn't drafted to a team that was just terrible. You know, most rookies, they get drafted to a team that's bottom of the NBA. There is no vets, so they can go out there and do their thing. Nah, Kobe got drafted to a playoff team that had just brought in Shaq, had championship goals, and you had to wait your turn with all these vets here. Story franchise on top of all that, playing for the Lakers in LA. But he had to figure out by riding that bench his first year. He probably could have started elsewhere, but he rode that bench the first year, and he had to get better every year. The bench builds character if you allow it. And you can't have mommy and daddy can't save you, bro. Work on your game. Get better. I know this is a longer video than the other one, but this is a longer conversation because guys who sit on the bench allow outside noise to kill off their careers because they're sitting the bench on this particular team. You got to have some type of character, bro. You got to have some type of character to say, you know what, I'm going to get better because I'm not the best. It's called accepting reality. Parents got to do it too. I think adults are the biggest issue on why kids that don't get playing time that end up being problems. So the kids that end up being problems that don't get the proper playing time that they think that they should get, I'm going to say at least 70 to 80% of that are aided by the parents not knowing how to deal with that. Parents make that situation worse than what it has to be because I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes the kids know why they're not playing. Sometimes the kids know that they're not bringing it in practice. But when they get to the game and you got everybody in their ear, like family members and friends in their ear, like you should be playing, you better than him, you better than him. Now there's a false image that go in their head and they're like, you know what? Maybe you is right. Man, forget coach. But they forgot about how they was last in all the sprints or showed up late to practice or messing up on plays, shooting air balls, getting backdoored on defense, all the stuff that matters that's happening in practice. They don't want to think about. But as soon as they parents and family members and friends come to the game and say that they should be playing and they better than this kid that's starting, they want to forget about all the fuck ups they had in practice. So, gotta know how to deal with lack of playing time. Cut out all outside noise. Stay ready. And remember, the bench builds character if you allow it. Have a good one.